Welcome to the Echo Tips podcast.
Eureka!
Here's a sneak peek into what we're going to cover in this week's episode of the Echo Tips podcast.
Ye might think a pirate's favorite letter is R, but her first love be the C.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Echo Tips podcast. It's good to have you returning listeners and you new listeners as well. This week we're going to return to an older format that I've only ever used once. See if you guys like it or not. I call it the A-Lady Rapid Fire Roundup, where I try to cover basically 10 commands in roughly 10 minutes. And the time clock hasn't started yet. I will when I start doing the very first command. For our new listeners, welcome to the podcast. My name is David Ward. I'm a technology instructor, and you'll find the podcast is now in its 7th season. We're a weekly show, so there's over 300 past episodes. If you're trying to solve a problem connected with home automation, learn about the different A-Ladies, where the AI is in connection with the new A-Lady advancements, caregiver situations, seniors, all sorts of different things, by all means, go back and check our back catalog. We have a huge swath of information. And that's kind of the nice thing about a rapid fire roundup like today. We get to really kind of drill into a lot of things. Some may be totally new to you. Some may be, well, sometimes I even surprise myself. I'm like, I didn't realize that was a thing. And so that's a neat kind of a side effect. And actually, some of these are pulled from a newsletter that I publish as well, so I'll tell you where to find that at the end of the show as well. Also, outside the 10-minute mark. I'm trying to hedge my bets here. This is going to be kind of tough. All right, so anywho, without any further ado, we're not going to have any kind of pre-roll here or anything with any kind of sponsorship. We're going to get right into the meat of the matter. All right, so let's start the clock. All right, so our very first command connected with the seasons here in the United States, the good old springtime, summertime, everything is blooming. And this is a command you can offer. By the way, if you have an A-Lady in hearing distance of me, you may want to shut its ears off because I might be triggering it. All right, let's give this a shot. Alexa, what is the pollen count?
Today, there will be very high levels of tree pollen and moderate levels of grass pollen. Levels of ragweed pollen will be low.
Okay, there we go. Let's move on to the next one. Alexa, make me laugh.
What do you call an elk that plays soft jazz in Yosemite? A musician.
Oh, jeez. All right, let's move on to our next one. Alexa, give me a recipe for carnitas.
Okay, for carnitas, based on your food preferences, I recommend banana peel carnitas from Sweet Potato Soul, 45 minutes to make. What would you like? Start recipe, save recipe, send to phone, add to list, or hear next recipe?
Cancel.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, that's super powerful. If you haven't ever played with the integration that deals with recipes, super, super cool. I think it gave me that because I currently had flagged vegan because I was trying to avoid dairy, and I think that's why it gave me that. So anywho, but super cool. I did get a good recipe last week for carnitas. All right, let's move on. Alexa, talk like a pirate.
Ye might think a pirate's favorite letter is R, but her first love be the C.
All right, let's move on. Alexa, read Audible everywhere.
Here's Pilot X by Tom Merritt on the Everywhere group. There's about 3 minutes left in this chapter and about 2 hours. 10 minutes left in this book.
Communication changed.
Alexa,
This one was
stop. Okay, so that was cool because it plays it on all my devices, that Audible book, throughout my entire house. All right, let's move on. Alexa, open Escape the Room.
Welcome back. Your saved state from the office was loaded. Where would you like to look?
Alexa, stop.
Are you sure you want to quit?
Yes.
Okay, thanks for playing. We noticed that you haven't escaped any rooms yet. If you are stuck,
That's right.
try out our new hints feature by saying I want a hint during your game.
Well, there you go. That's a cool little game if you've never got to get into it. So, on we go. Alexa, find my keys.
Sorry, I didn't find anything named keys. Consider purchasing a tile tracker and enabling the tile skill on your Alexa app.
So there you go. If you never knew that, there's an integration with Tile for tracking items with a Bluetooth tracker. All right, let's move on. Alexa, what's the riddle of the day?
Here's today's riddle. I have 2 hands and a face, and even though I never speak, I am always telling you something. What am I? When you're ready for the answer, just say, what's the answer to today's riddle?
Alexa, what's the answer to today's riddle?
As a reminder, here's today's riddle. I have 2 hands and a face, and even though I never speak, I am always telling you something. What am I? And the answer is a clock. That's all for today, but come back tomorrow and say, what's the riddle of the day?
Okay, so there's a little brain teaser. All right, let's try another. Alexa, open sound quiz.
Welcome back to Song Quiz. I've got a total of 4 spots open. How many players are there?
1.
You've got rewards waiting for you. Let's start your free trial so you can unlock 25 exclusive playlists like 2000s rap and 70s classic rock. Would you like to start your 7-day free trial?
No.
No worries. Choose a pop music decade, such as 80s, 2000s, or 2020s. You could also say today's top hits, or try our featured playlist, Taylor Swift Collection.
2000s.
Starting your 2000s game. Your opponent is Mohammed. I'll play 5 short clips. Guess the song title or artist, or you can guess both for bonus points. Question 1, for 10 points.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. And the pigs try to get at you. Park it like it's hot.
It's like it. Alexa, stop.
Thanks for stopping by. To play again later, say, play song quiz.
I'm sorry, Muhammad. I couldn't keep competing for you. I don't have the time frame. All right, so let's press on. Alexa, tell me a movie joke.
Did you hear about the new bikini documentary? It's a 2-part series that's quite revealing.
All right. All right, guys, we've covered 10 items, and I hope it was in less than 10 minutes. I think I hopefully achieved that. Anyway, if you'd like to find out more about the show and all our past episodes, there's a listing on the blog, certdoctor.com. Click on blog. Of course, you can go to your podcast player of choice. Many of these things I've listed in a newsletter I publish called Vanguard Access Tech Newsletter. If you just Google that, it should pop up on Substack. And as soon as you pull up the March 2025 newsletter at the top, there is a subscription button, so you can always sign up. That will always give you a running list of probably like the last month's episodes that I've put out, but it'll also have this segment with 10 at random A-Lady commands. I usually put at least 10 or 20, something like that. There's usually always at least 10 in there. I put in every month. So you're welcome to sign up for that. If you have a thought or a suggestion for a future episode, by all means, reach out to us at ecotipspodcast@certdoctor, DOCTOR.com. And the cert is CERT, by the way, certdoctor.com. All right, well, we appreciate your listenership. And until next time, we thank you for listening.